Hello, everybody. It is Yasmin here, and time for another tip in our 101 ways to improve your English. All right, tip number 14. We're just trucking right along, right? So, in this tip, we are going to talk about giving yourself a long-term goal. Something similar to what we talked about in 13, but this one we're going to change it up just a little bit. All right. So focus on something that you want to do in your life, whether, we talked about moving to another country or getting a better job or taking a test or whatever the goal is. But let's talk about our long-term goal. What is our long-term goal? And when you choose that long-term goal, write it down. The best thing to do is to decide and write it down. This kind of cements it in, doesn't it? And you want to set a deadline. Do I want to do this goal in the next 6 months, in the next 3 years, in the next 10 years? But you want to set a deadline that is good for you and that you feel you want to do. Once you have set that goal, right? You've written it down. You set a deadline, a time limit to when you want to have this done, then start thinking about how to get to that goal, right? What is it that I need to do? Start dividing it into little chunks. Do I need to learn a certain software? Do I need to travel to another country? Do I need to maybe pass a test? Do I need to get the right equipment? Let's say you want to be a YouTube influencer, right? Everybody has a YouTube channel now. So maybe you want to learn that. So you want to learn how to use a YouTube. You want to learn all of the equipment. You have to first buy all of the equipment, right? Because this stuff's expensive, and so these things, you have to do everything in steps, right? So you want to divide everything into small chunks, decide which order you need to do them, stay focused, and then move toward your goal every day. Now, this is not just for English development. This is also for life in general, right? So set your goals, write them down, divide and conquer, right? And stay focused and work every day moving towards your goals. Trust me, you take those little baby steps every day, baby step, and eventually you will get to your goal. Now, some steps may be harder than the next, right? Than the last one. That's part of life. Sometimes you're going to stumble. Sometimes you may fall down. You may get sidetracked. Get back up, get back on that goal again. Get back into what you were doing. It's okay. And that's what's so good about writing this stuff down, actually, because let's say you write it down. I'm going to be like a mom now, right? Because this is what I teach my kids. You're going to write it down. And you're going to decide, I want to do A, B, and C, and this is what I need to do to get there. Well, life happens. Maybe you get sick. Maybe a family member gets sick. Maybe something happens at your job. Like that's happened to me a lot, right? Where you have to cover for somebody else. And then, it takes up all your time for a while and you lose a whole month of your schedule that you were doing for your. That's okay. That's okay. You just, when that little blurry part of your life and it's all red and it's all messed up and everything's all out of whack. Once that situation is finished, then you can go back to your goals that you've written down. You can go back to your list. You can say, okay, where was I? And you're going to know right where to pick up where you left off, right? Because everything is written down. That's why you should keep a diary. Son, I'm talking to you. Nood, I'm talking to you right now. I keep getting onto my son. Write it in your diary. That's so important to write it into your diary. Write your goals down. Decide on a deadline. Divide and conquer. Decide how you're going to take it. Stay focused. And every day, do something that leads you toward your goal. Whether in this case, it's learning to speak English better, learning to write English better, whatever the case is. Pick your goal and move toward it each day. One of my favorite things to talk about. I love myself some Brian Tracy. He is amazing lecturer about moving towards your goals. If you want, I should put his link down and think, should I be a YouTuber and say, I'll put the link below? No, or at least the name. You know, Brian Tracy, amazing. He is my mentor when it comes to time management and setting goals and working toward goals. I love this topic and I love helping others to understand that goals are important in our life. If you do not have a goal, you're just randomly driving around. Imagine going from, okay, let's say going from Phoenix, Arizona, right? That's where I'm at in Phoenix. Let's say I'm driving to Canada. Well, if I don't have a map and I don't have it planned out, I'm going to be driving around hoping that the signs are going to lead me in the right direction, right? I got to at least have a Google. I got to at least have a map and have some kind of general idea what direction I'm going. If not, I could end up in Mexico. I could end up in the ocean, right? So the point is you need a goal and you need a way to get there, right? So if you don't have a goal in life, then you are just literally walking around going, I don't know what I'm doing. All right, so set a goal, write it down, and thanks for watching this. I hope this tip helped, and share with your friends, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next tip on 101 ways to improve your English. Love you guys. Bye. Write down your goals. Don't forget to write them down. Write down your goals. Are you going to write down your goals? Did you get a book yet? You got to get a book. Nord, I'm talking to you. Get a book and write this stuff down. I'm talking to my own son. Everybody don't listen right now. Just close your ears. I'm talking to my son. Son, get a diary. Write this stuff down. I keep telling you, write it down. You have to set time limits and go towards your goals. Okay, everybody else who's listening, I love you. I'll see you in the next tip. Love you guys. Bye.